All right, so we are here. The Come Up with Cage. It is episode number 4, and we have a treat here, guys. I love everybody that we've had on the show here, but I got to tell you, I mean, I don't know if you're allowed to say this. You're a fan, but I'm a fan of this guy. I really am, right? And we've had different folks on and different ways of getting my attention. Let's say it, right? So one people call one group. The first one's on double coverage. Called me the lemon of the week. Ben Carlos did a little video recently of the folks that have like what he considers the top podcasts out there, and he was kind of like jamming to our intro music, which is great. I mean, it's nice. Often it's referred to as cringe. You did not refer to it as that, so I thank you. We appreciate it, man. Andrew also yells at me. He says my episodes are 20 minutes, my intro's 10 minutes. I'm gonna stop here. I'm going to let you tell people where they can find you. I got Ben Carlos here. That's our guest this week. Ben Carlos, take it over. Thank you for joining us.
Cage, it is an honor to get your invite to come onto this show. Your intro is absolutely not cringe. I don't know where people are getting that from, but it's an absolute bop. I love it. Y'all can find me at Friends with Ben on YouTube. I guess that's the creator tag, so to speak, or Ben J. Carlos on Instagram, Twitter. Although I don't really use Twitter much unless it's to complain about the Raptors.
All right, so you got him, Friends with Ben. If you type Ben Carlos into YouTube, guys, that's how I find him. It pops up, Friends with Ben. He's got a great channel. He's modest. The video. Let's just start. I'm going to jump right in. So yeah. If you watch some of this guy's videos, set out with a goal of becoming a YouTube content guy with 100,000 folks and all that stuff. I mean, I've watched the content.
Thank you.
I love it. It's great quality stuff. Do you have somebody videotape me? Are you doing it yourself? Like you got a team behind you? What do you got?
I am a one-man show, Gage. It's all me.
That's impressive, man. It's just you and Winnie the Pooh. Tell me about Winnie the Pooh. Anybody who watches these videos is gonna see this guy's got a Winnie the Pooh doll behind him. Talk to me about Winnie the Pooh. Was this so? I'm gonna take a guess, and maybe I'm gonna be dead wrong, and maybe I'm gonna puff up this girl's head even more than it needs to be. But beginning of 2020, Ben Carlos, he started on this journey, and it started with him, a lady friend, breaking up with him, So, she broke his heart. And then he started spiraling down and he found cards, he found Jesus and he found cards, right? So, so I put cards first. I'm probably going to get canceled for that. Maybe they're on the same plane, Jesus and cards, but I'm thinking maybe since the whole journey you're on started with that breakup, maybe she gave you that.
No, that
would be great. That's what you should go with. You should go with that, dude.
That's incredible. Oh my God. But your story is pretty spot on. Aside from that, no, I've always been a Winnie the Pooh guy. I consider this my grail. So literally, if you gave me the option to either sell off my card collection or sell off that Pooh Bear, it's the card collection without hesitation. So.
Really? Is it like a rare one, or is it just one from your crib when you were a kid? Like, what's the?
No, man. I literally. So how I pretty much I can't believe I'm telling this story.
You got to do it. Let's go.
Yeah. But
I have this way about me of getting the stories out that's not only no one else gets, but no one else wants to hear.
Well, that's why your show is so good. You have this way of getting these stories out. But basically, I went to Value Village with my cousin. We were looking for Halloween costumes. The plan was to go for another childhood favorite, Arthur. I was going to be Arthur. He was going to be Buster. I randomly saw this giant Winnie the Pooh bear sitting on a shelf, and I was just like, change of plans. I just grabbed it, and I'm like, hey, I'm being Christopher Robin. I don't care who you be. This bear is mine. And
there you go.
Yeah,
that's it.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much history.
The rest is history.
Just to go Halloween costume match. My first year in college, I had literally no money, and we were going out trick or treating in upstate New York. And I decided that I would take a flashlight, a piece of masking tape, and I unscrewed the lamp shade off of my college dorm room lamp. I put the flashlight inside. I turned the light on. I put the thing on my head, and I was a lamp. And it was pretty ingenious. I got a lot of candy, as you could tell. So Christopher Robin, it's a good one. All right, so we're pivoting away from that, right?
For sure.
So you've spent a year or so in the hobby journey, and I know I don't want to paint you as a hobby content creator, because you do want to do other stuff in that. Let me ask you about this, because there are some folks in Luca Nation. I don't know if you listen every day or what the story is, but I actually just started losing weight myself. did, and we have
Nice,
like the
man.
Luca Nation group where it's like Luca Nation Fit Family. We got a couple
I
guys
love
that
it.
we're all going on the getting healthy journey. Talk to me about this, right? Because you went on sort of you went on sort of like a life journey last year in 2020, right? So tell me about it. You still doing it? I see the guns, man. Look at you.
Okay, so here in Canada, by the way, I love how international the show's gotten. What the first show was UK, and then the second show was Australia. I was like,
UK,
man,
Canada.
this it's the Luca Nation it's the Luca Nation World Tour. I love it.
This is Come Up With Cage is a global production.
Yeah, here in Canada, we're into our third lockdown, so all the gyms have been completely closed down. We're on a stay-at-home order. It's pretty awful. I'm not gonna lie, I've been slacking when it comes to this, but I've used it as an excuse to kind of pivot towards making more content. So it's like, okay, if I can't be in the gym those extra hours in the morning, let me get up those extra hours in the morning and do something content related. So try to optimize my time as much as we can, because we only have 24 hours in the day. Everyone has the same 24 hours, right? So
that's right. We want the same 24 hours, and you run a little personal finance journey. So I mean, what's great about that is it's kind of what Andrew talks about, right? It's providing value wherever it may be. Sometimes he talks about Bitcoin, sometimes he talks about cards, sometimes we talk about whatever it may be. I'm trying to work a little fitness in, lose a little bit of weight here. It's a full service content. So let me ask, right? Because we're gonna direct people over to Friends with Ben Carlos. You'll see Winnie the Pooh. You'll see he's got some awesome, amazing Spider-Man. I think that's Amazing Fantasy. Is that Amazing Fantasy?
Yes,
15 behind you, the first appearance of Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So tell me what in your eyes, and this is a subjective thing, what's the best piece of content you created? Is the one surrounded by the $30,000 Lawson cards? Is it the first one? Because people are going to be finding you now for the first time. Yeah. And that's the video I want them to watch. What's the one you want them to go look at first?
Oh man, probably the video that is I made as my channel trailer, which basically outlines the story that you pretty much already told, which is how I got started, and then it turned into this whole thing where it was just more than just sports cards. It became a whole kind of like life journey, so to speak. So if I were to sum myself up with one video, it would be that one. Aside from that, yeah, that's pretty much that encapsulates pretty much the essence of who I am. So
listen, I don't know how old you are, but you don't strike me as old enough to hold grudges against Vince Carter for leaving the Raptors, right? So like that would be like my age, so if I lived in Canada, I'd be like, I'm never forgiving that guy for leaving. But I mean, Carter, talk to me. Is that guy really? Is he like a deity there? Is he like God in Canada as far as basketball goes, or is it still Kobe? Because everybody I talk to from Canada loves Kobe.
Really? Eh?
Yeah.
That's surprising to me, huh? Because Kobe gets a lot of haters here. He's very polarizing, like LeBron, which I'm sure Andrew knows about in terms of polarizing LeBron takes.
We're not talking about LeBron. We're not talking about LeBron. We're not allowed. LeBron. We're done with the week for LeBron.
Yeah, honestly, I had a grudge against Vince Carter myself. It was like I always like to compare it to that first breakup where it's like, oh, I can't believe this happened. But then you get your rebound with Chris Bosh, and then DeRozan, and then DeMar DeRozan comes in, shows you what true love is, and then that gets snatched away from you. But then you get the greatest one night stand of your life with Kawhi Leonard bringing home a championship. So let's put it this way: time does heal all wounds, and of course, a championship does help as well. So, to me, Vince Carter is. I feel like basketball in Canada is not what it is today without Vince Carter. And honestly, the Raptors might not even exist if he never showed up. So he's very instrumental in the development of basketball here in this country.
Oh yeah,
so.
I think what was it? Vinsanity, is that the name of the document?
Yes,
I watched one with my son. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Basically, what they said was, I mean, he basically put basketball on the map there. I mean, it's a hockey country, right? And he kind of changed that, and that's pretty cool. I gotta beef up my Vince Carter collection. I gotta tell you. All right, so listen, we directed people to where you are. We directed people to your favorite content on there. A couple quickies. Number one,
go for it.
I look at your page. You're all about your family. Give a quick
Thank
shout
you.
out. Shout out to your family. That way they can see this.
Thank
And where does that come from? It's come from upbringing. Come from you obviously, from what I see, it looks like you want to take care of your family. So I hope we get you 1 billion followers and subscribers, and then monetize the hell out of this, and you can do it. But I like seeing that. So give a little hello. Say hi to the fam.
Hi mom, dad, grandma.
There you go.
those are my big three right there.
Hi grandma. That's the deal. Hi grandma.
She's gonna love this. She's gonna absolutely love this.
And then
but
the bigger one, right? Because it's all about the family, it's all about the value. Tell me, perfect world. What's 2021 look like for you? Because obviously you went on a hell of a journey for the last year. I mean, obviously it's growing the content. If you, you kind of leave a little bit to be desired in your opening video. It's, hey, I might not always be doing sports cards. And when you say that, I mean, maybe it's because you just want to leave the door open to wherever it may take you. But I think maybe you have an idea. Maybe, you have this is where I want to go. Do you want to stay with sports cards and do breaks? Do you want to, do a podcast? Like, do you want to talk about talk to me about like perfect world where Ben Carlos is going this year?
Oh, wow. That's a loaded question. I guess in a perfect world, I'm able to, because I understand that right now, sports card content, that's what got me on the map, so to speak, as small as that dot is on that map. It put me out there. So, I have to embrace that and, make the content that I like to make that also, my subscribers enjoy. But it's why I always try to make it clear to my subscribers and to everyone. It's like, I'm not a sports card content creator. I'm just a content creator who likes to make content about sports cards. In terms of where I see myself taking it by the end of the year, hopefully, that YouTube play button would be nice. But I will admit, I'll give you a scoop on something that is actually going to be it's going to be an exclusive. So nice. The Luca Nation exclusive.
There we go.
So to speak. I think I'm allowed to talk about it now, but either way, it's fine. Well,
you have.
I guess the. Yeah, I have a week to figure out. But you know what? No, it's cool. It's cool. The content that I've made thus far, it got me in contact with someone in the States to create content for them. Originally, I thought it was I thought it was just like, hey, can you help us with a video or something like that? I'm like, cool. Then hop on a Zoom call with them. They're like, so how do you feel about relocating to Miami? I'm like, wow. I'm like, what? And it just caught me completely off guard. I told them, I was like, okay, I have to talk to my family about this, of course. And first thing my parents, as well as my grandmother, told me is like, why don't you take it? And I'm just like, what? And I'm like, okay. Unfortunately, due to visa issues of me being in Canada, it fell through. But the way I see it is that I'm at less than 2,000 subscribers right now. And I have an opportunity like that come up, and obviously it didn't work out, but it gives me reassurance that I'm onto something and I'm going in the right direction, wherever it may take me. But yeah, I didn't say who the company was in case they're still trying to fill that position, and I don't want to completely screw them. So I'm just, yeah.
Well, listen, Andrew's available, so they can call him. I'm just playing. So, no, but listen, that is awesome. And you know what? It leaves me with this, right? Because I try to do these 15, 20 minutes, and I think you hit on this without actually hitting on it. When I said your most important piece of content, obviously that's the one you created for your channel. But the most important piece of content I think you ever made is the first one, right? Because you're a walking example of what you can do if you just sit down in front of a camera and put that content out there. You put a lot of yourself into it. You put your story out there. Not everybody wants to talk about breaking up with somebody breaking up with them. Nobody wants to talk about, their journey with weight loss, their cards, they're losing $30,000 on a card. You leave it all out there. It shows in your content. It's genuine. And for people out there who are watching this and watching Ben's channel now, hopefully, you can do this too. You know what I mean? You can do this too. You got a story to tell. I mean, Ben obviously has a story to tell as well, and he does a real good job with the quality of content. It's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
But I mean, this is the lesson that I learned from Ben, right? I mean, just do it, right? It's like Nike. Sorry, don't like copyright me or anything like that, right? Just content, put it out there, put yourself out there, and and good things are gonna happen. This is I can't believe I'm saying this. If I said this to myself from last year, I would punch myself. This is all Andrew. Seriously, you gotta think big, man. You gotta think big, and I think you are. So, guys, Ben Carlos, friends with Ben on YouTube. This is the Come Up with Cage episode 4. And listen, I can't tell you now that there is a way to get on the show. You can make fun of us. You can say good things about us. I don't know what the secret formula is now, but we're happy to have you on, Ben. And thank you
for having me.
Thanks everybody for listening. Thanks everybody for tuning in.